It's the simple, single, biggest initiative that's going to allow us to hit our 2020 trade targets for UK PLC and the companies that we serve as UKTI in the network. It's pioneering, but it's very, very practical. It's got huge benefits for UK PLC and the individual businesses. It's a gateway offer that will introduce companies to all of the other services that you've presented today and any other initiatives for the future. What is it? It's export tax credits, ETC. That's all it is. Very, very simple. It's based upon a tried and tested model that we've used for many years now in the form of R&D tax credits. It uses the same principle, which are clearly defined, tangible offsets against investment in exports. Okay? How does it work? Well, it will be built into two specific areas. The first area is for the upfront developmental costs for exporters, current and future exporters, so those that are not currently exporting, and it will help them to prepare themselves to sell into new or existing markets. There will be a catalogue or a series of support initiatives that will be pre-accredited through a network of approved service providers, and that will comprise an international communications overhaul, making sure all of their communications are fit for purpose in whatever territories they choose to sell to around the world. It can include research, both market research and technical research. It could include the cost of dedicated staff apportioned to export activity, apprenticeships, training and education of existing staff, digital capability building to allow them to use online and other platforms. And all of this, again, will be drawn down through a series of accredited and approved suppliers. That's the tax break area one. Any cost associated with that will be offsettable against corporate tax, so against any profit within the business. The other area is tax break area 2, and that's against export sales revenue. So this is the front end, preparing them so they can sell overseas, and once they're successful, the second phase will kick in. So any revenue generated as a result of overseas sales will be offsettable against corporation tax. The ratios we haven't yet worked on. I'll be working with a good colleague, George Osborne and his team. But the basic principle, similar to R&D tax credits, will apply. So what does that mean to the individual businesses? Well, firstly, it's an incentive if they're not currently exporting. It's a huge incentive to induce them to do so. For current exporters, I think the benefits are obvious. It also has a clear benefit for potential new inward investors into the country, which clearly meets our objectives around export-orientated foreign direct investment. So, what's the time frame? We'd like to have this established within about 18 months, allowing 3 years' time to run this towards 2020. We're running it on a 5-year pilot, but we'd expect the same experience that we've had with R&D tax credits. Our ultimate goal is, after 5 years' time, businesses will be kicking and screaming if we wanted to withdraw this. That would be the acid test of whether this would be a success. From a UK PLC point of view, despite the obvious negatives which will be apparent for any reduction in tax, this will be taxing revenue that we otherwise wouldn't have. So if you think about what that really means, there's a no-lose situation. And that is it.